In today's video, we're going over 5 of my favorite exercises for knee pain. My name is Dan Pope. I'm a cash-based physical therapist, personal trainer, and coach. I love all things strength and fitness. We are trying to level up your game as a coach and clinician on this channel. Let's get rolling. Exercise number 1 is going to be all heel tap variations. Heel taps are phenomenal because A, we have a ton of research showing them to be effective for knee pain. Second piece is that strengthening the quad is something that's really important for all sorts of knee pathologies. A heel tap is phenomenal for strengthening the quad. And the last piece is that the deceleratory component of exercise, particularly things like going down a hill, when mountain climbing, going down the stairs, pretty tough on the knee. This is a very functional exercise because folks can be doing this every single day of their life. So let's go over the exercise technique a little bit. So from here, staying nice and upright, you're going to use your opposite side heel and tap the floor, come right back up again. Very good. We're looking for the knee to be lined up with the toe. We also want to make sure that the athlete is not moving from one hip side to side and dropping the hip significantly. Exercise number 2, the squat. So they call the squat the king of all exercises. I largely agree. It's a phenomenal exercise. So it's a great lower body strength builder. It's super functional. Throughout the entirety of our life, we had to be able to sit down and get right back up again. It's great for improving sports performance. Most of the athletes I see, they're in some sort of barbell sport, so they're squatting all the time, right? What's nice is that it's great exercise for health and fitness. It's also phenomenal for knee pain. There are a few keys to think about when you are squatting. So we're gonna have Danielle do a goblet squat here. And as she descends, we have her weight evenly distributed to the front and the back of the foot. As she descends, we make sure the knee is staying aligned with the toe right through here. Torso is staying upright. She looks phenomenal. Exercise number 3 is going to be a sissy squat. So this sometimes looks like the worst possible squat you could do, like no coach would ever tell you to do this. I love this because it is a phenomenal way to isolate the quads. Quads are super important from a strength perspective in general, but for folks who have knee pain, the quad is very, very important. So a knee extension machine is another phenomenal exercise. A lot of folks don't have access to that. So this is a great way to focus on the quads without using equipment, right? So the way you perform a sissy squat is by having your feet about shoulder width. When we do this, as opposed to a normal squat, your heels are free to pop up, okay? And we're actually trying not to move from the hips. We're trying to move just from the knees, all right? Let's go ahead and have you perform a few repetitions here. Very good. Yep. And as you can see, the knees are coming forward, the hips are coming forward. All that stress is going onto the quads. The other piece I like to have is a barbell here so you can support yourself from a balance perspective. And the other part is that you can go as deep as you feel like you're able to control. So if you want to make it harder, you go a little bit deeper. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you go a little more shallow. I would just recommend you don't go all the way to the ground in the beginning, right? And this is a phenomenal exercise if you want to get better at limbo, right? Good stuff. Number 4, lunge variations. Lunges are a phenomenal lower body strength builder. They're also fantastic for knee pain. All different variations. What's so cool about a lunge that trains one leg at a time, right? Even though the back leg does a significant amount of work, most of the work is done by the front leg. It also helps to strengthen both the quad as well as the hip. If you look at some of our research on anterior knee pain, patellofemoral pain, the most common form of knee pain, generally speaking, strengthening the quad and the hip is a little bit more effective than just either training the hip or the quad. What's cool about the lunge, it does both of those things, right? So let's go ahead and have Danielle do a few lunges here. So as we do a lunge, we want to make sure that knee is lined up with the toe. The longer stride we take, the less stress is going to be on the knee. The shorter stride we take, the more stress goes on the quad. Exercise technique looks phenomenal and great work. Exercise number 5, step-ups. So like most of these exercises, so lunges, squats, step-ups included, I include this exercise variation in pretty much every program I write for any human being, right? Great compound exercise, super functional. We go up and down the stairs during the course for life. Great single-legged strengthener. Same thing as the lunge, it strengthens the quad as well as the hip. The other piece is that we can manipulate this to be easier or harder with all different types of barbell variations, height of the steps, different planes, just a phenomenal movement in general, right? So let's have you do a few step-ups here. Very good. Just like with the squat and the lunge, we want to make sure that the knees line up with the toe. The other piece is that we don't want to have a ton of hip drop side to side. If we want to load this up, it's very easy to add a goblet hold with a kettlebell or a dumbbell, and that's it. Good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, this is not it for the learning. I have another video above. I want you to click on that link to level up your game as a coach and clinician.